You probably come across samples on TikTok or anywhere online and thought, how do I actually flip this into a beat? Well, today I'll show you step by step, including how to download the sample, find the BPM and key, and turn it into a beat that bangs. It's something I do a lot to find inspiration and collaborate with other producers, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to do exactly the same. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so whenever I'm trying to find samples on TikTok, I literally just go to the search box and type in sample this, all one word. Because when you do that, it will give you content where producers have added that tag in their description. So now we can just click on one. And you can see from the description, sample this is quite a common one. And then I can just scroll through samples until I find something that inspires me. She's fire. I've sampled her before. Yeah, this was mad. Definitely make some hard shit with this. So once you find a sample you like, there's a few ways you can download it. But I like to use a Chrome extension called Sample. I just hit record. And then we could just wait for the full sample to play. Once it's done, if you wanted to, you could trim the sound list at the beginning, but I usually do that in FL. So we can hit download. I've dragged that into FL. I'm just going to zoom in and trim any silence at the beginning and bring it back. Now to find the BPM, some producers will be nice and leave it in the description or on the actual image. But if it's not there, don't worry, because you can just right click on BPM, select tap, and then just tap along with the sample. 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4. So it's somewhere around 129. But I can see if I zoom in, it's just a little bit off. I know by looking at these transients that these sharper lines probably need to line up with these. Could be 130. Turn the metronome on to check. And to find the key of any sample, I'll show you the manual way, then a plugin that will do it for you. So you can pull up something like FL keys, or what you want to do is just play the sample and just hum out the main note that you can hear. It takes a bit of ear training, but it's a little bit more reliable than plugins. So I'm hearing B. I can't hum notes perfectly, especially today when I'm not feeling well. You're probably wondering why my voice sounds like it's got some boost at like 1K. I've been mad ill these past few days, but I didn't want to miss an upload for you guys. So if you appreciate that, then now's the time to leave a like or subscribe to the channel and show some love. Let's just double check that with a plugin. We'll click track. We'll just send it to an empty mixer. Nice easy one you can use is key detector by Waves. Now we can just play it with the plugin open. It should tell us. It's not 100% accurate, but we guess B minor. This is saying B minor, so it's most likely that. So at this point, we could just add drums and there'd be nothing wrong with that. Sometimes samples are just fire as they are, but then other times you want to get a little bit more creative and see if you can flip the melody in different ways. And here's some ways we could do that. I'm going to set this to stretch so that when we change the BPM, this will still be in time. And I'm going to bring it up to 145. Might even pitch the sample up by like 3. See what it sounds like reversed. And then we could do the same with this next part. Yeah, this could go mad. So this could be one section. I might even start it with it not reversed. If you're hearing any clicks or pops in the cuts, then just set this to generic bleeding. Okay, so I'm feeling that for one section. If you hold Shift, V, left click and drag, it will copy this and then make it unique so that if we change anything in this one, it won't affect any of these. So now I'm thinking we don't reverse this one. Alright, so now I'm thinking we could do something similar. Instead of it going up here, we'll bring that over. We'll make a cut here, another one there. I'm going to bring this over here and then just copy this out a few times. I think we could copy this over. Yeah, and then it can go up an octave. Now we can add an empty pattern. This will be for drums. Let's go to packs and we'll go to my Pyroverse trap bundle. This is my latest trap and drill bundle and probably the kit I use more than anything at the moment. So if you're looking for new drill or trap sounds, this bundle has over 1,000 unique files, including one shots, phrases, loops, drums, presets, and more. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. I'm hearing a bit of a hood trap bounce with this one, so let's grab a snare. I've been liking this one recently. Then for some bounce, we could add some lower velocity ones. Go for a bit of a different main snare. Maybe something like this. Let's copy that. Alright, let's go to the counter snares. With this one, just want to find a few thinner sounds. Something like this too. Let's keep adding to this. Just trying to create bands from different sounds. So with this one, just add a few fillers like this. Didn't want to add a standard hi-hat to this one, but I've been liking adding these hi-hat rolls recently. So these just add a crazy amount of bounce. Just make things sound a bit more unique. But maybe we could add our own, just so the drums have some high frequencies. Then maybe some faster ones going down like this. Just one note at a time. I might just save those for the second half though, and just use slides for this one. Alright, drums are starting to sound a bit wild now, so let's get an 808 in there. I want something that's just gonna bang. So I think it has to be the J spins. In my kits, I always include some essentials, so the ones that everyone has, like the CTM, the spins, and the Z, and then everything else will be more unique. But I just have my own version of the spins for beats like this. Set that to cut itself. We'll shorten it a bit too, and then we'll just boost it up. Start like this. Set it to the same cut by number so they don't overlap. We'll just add some filler notes with this one. Then up here, same again. If we just leave it like that, it's going to get too repetitive, so let's try something else. Maybe these can go down. Yeah, this could work. I still think that pattern will get a little bit repetitive, so I'm going to make it a 16 bar pattern. I'm just going to hold Control, left click, and drag over these two. Press Control and G, and it's going to group everything together. So now I can take the CTM out the first half, and then switch up the 808s here. See what we can do. We could just pitch this one up an octave as well, and then just add a roll here. Okay, we're almost there with this beat. I just think it needs a few more effects. Let's go to the perk loops. Yeah, maybe this. Sometimes I'll bring in a couple different perk loops or fills, and then I'll just chop them up. So instead of having everything played together, I might just have little bits from each one. That could work. I'm gonna go to my Planet Drill bundle because I think this needs a stomp as well. Something different like this. Maybe just the two. Okay, this first beat's almost done. I'm just gonna add a quick fill at the end. Yeah, maybe this one. This beat sounding mad, you know. So I think this whole part could be a hook, and then for the verse, I'm gonna take all these effect fills out because it just sounds a bit too much all the way through. And then for a quick arrangement, we could just save a couple of the sounds for the second 8 bar. When it gets to the verse, we can cut the drums. Then I might even switch this 808 for that CTM. Yeah, just to keep things interesting. And then we can bring the 808 back in here. Yeah, let's get a sub bass in there for the bridge. Alright, let's have a listen to the first beat. Just left the intro really simple with this one.
Cactus.
The energy in this one's crazy. We've got the CTM now. Then we'll just switch it up a bit for the verse. Alright, the first one sounded sick, but let's see what else we can find. Yeah, this one's different. I think we can make some trap with this. Start up simple. Let's copy that. I'm mainly going for trap with this one, so I'm using the Sacred Trap Suite. I'd say if you just need trap sounds and nothing related to drill, then the Sacred Trap Suite is definitely the kit for you. Let's go with a bit of a different bounce. I want to roll this last one down. Okay, maybe that. And I might just add 3 at the end here, but turn these into slides. But we're going to fade these out. Let's grab some open hats. I'm feeling this one. Maybe here. This one I'm going to take out a bit of the low end. Just to save room for an 808. Right there, should be fine. I'm hearing this custom Detroit one. Maybe even a Z, you know. Actually, let's use the J spins. Could turn this into a signature sound. It's going down here. Copy that and then bring these up. Kind of a similar bounce to the last one, but I think it works for this one too. But with this one, I'm going to use my Detroit 808. Yeah, and then just swap that last one again. Maybe we'll change it like this, and then it could come up like here, I think. Only other thing I'm hearing is just some vocals, but I want to chop them up and then we can use them in one part of the beat. I found this vocal phrase and I'm just going to drag it into Serato sample and then chop it in here. This is already perfectly in time, so I'm just going to set the slicer. Now we've got these chops we can play with, but I might even pitch the whole thing up an octave. Okay, I just changed a couple notes. Chops sound crazy. Then this last one. Yeah, those vocal chops make it, man. I just felt like the melody needed one more thing to keep it interesting. To be honest, I don't really want to add any more than that. So let's split the drums. Yeah, maybe just like that the second time around. We could just grab an intro, make this one unique. With this one, let's set it to stretch pro, and I just want to try bringing the format down. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to create an automation clip, bring this back to the center, and then copy the value, and then bring it back down at a point here, and then select paste value. So this one is going to be the center line. So now that format is just going to gradually come up over time. But then to make it sound more spacious, we're just going to add some reverb. And then just gradually bring it off. Sounds kind of weird, but it matches the vibe. Let's copy this over. I think we saved the kick and maybe the open hats. And then same again in the verse. We'll save the open hats and the kick. Yeah, so now there's a bit more space in the verse. Alright, and then we just need one more section for a bridge. Maybe we just bring that straight back in. And then it could drop back into the hook. And then the last thing, just a riser like this. Alright, let's see what we got for this one. So I've just got the formant gradually rising. Just adding to that weird vibe of the sample.
Cactus.
This one's actually hard, you know. The bounce on is crazy. Those vocals, man. Got the second 808 here too. Let me know in the comments which beat you're preferring out of the first one and this. And if you need new sounds for your beats, check out the links in my description. Or if you just want to keep watching videos like this one, then click up here.